Hey everyone, Leah Buccarelli. Thank you for joining me today. So I've been asked a few questions and I want to share them with you so I can answer them and how I deal with things with everybody that has the same questions. So I got asked, how do you motivate your team? And the thing is there are different ways you can help motivate, but for the most part, people cannot be motivated unless they're motivated. I've been in my company for 3 years now, and I've seen this a million times that if you know who's motivated and who's not, who's going to take their business seriously and who's not. And sometimes they say they are and they get all excited, and the minute that you go to train them, you can't even get a hold of them. So obviously you have to have that thick skin to say, I'm not going to chase people down next. They don't want it right now. And I'm going to work with people who do that are going to meet me halfway. On another note, people can get in a funk or they can go get discouraged. And yes, as a mentor, you want to make sure you reach out to them and see if there's anything you can do to help them. But your biggest thing to do with them is to inspire them. You cannot expect them to do things you're not going to be willing to do. So if you're going to ask people to go out and talk to people, you better be showing that you're doing that. If you are wanting your team to go do parties, you better be doing parties. And if you want them to be all active on Facebook, you better be active on Facebook. So I hope that makes sense as far as they will follow what you're doing. The ones that are willing will follow. The other ones will drop off, and that's part of our business. I think that's like that in any business. People get in and they go, you know, oh, this the sales job's not for me, or this office job. I was actually a vet assistant for a week, and I had to help put a poor old man's dog down, and I was bawling with him and right in front of the vet, and it was a mutual decision not to be there anymore. Obviously, that was not the business for me. So it happens all the time. So you have to recognize and not put all your energy into that, or get upset when people quit the business because they didn't quit you, they quit on them and they quit the business. And some people cannot see past their own insecurities to move forward, and you know, and that's what we try to help them with, but they have to be willing to take those steps and those risks to do so themselves and push their fear away. So you want to inspire and encourage and instead of motivate. So those are two completely different things. Now you can have them, you can set them up with their goals. You can help them with their why. Their why is going to be huge, because even we leaders get discouraged sometimes, and we go through our little funks. And what helps me is I pull out my why, and your why is going to change through time, you know. So my why is I don't want to commute on a freeway at 5:30 in the morning after getting up at 4:30 in the morning and putting on a bunch of makeup and getting ready for an office job making peanuts for somebody who's going to tell me I can't have Thanksgiving off. Like, that is not my thing. So I love my team, and I love we're like family. And I think about what would happen if I left here. I wouldn't be attached to these people anymore. You say you will, but it doesn't happen. So I would miss this so much because I am so in love with it. So those are some of my big whys. I don't have little babies anymore. My daughter's 18, but I do have bills, and I have things I want to do, and things that go on my dream board, and that I haven't fulfilled yet. I've fulfilled a lot of them, but I keep adding to that. And I want to help a lot of people. I want to do a lot of charity work, and I want to have the freedom to do so. So when things get a little tough for me, sometimes I have to dig deep down. And where I go is, I had a job when my daughter was 2 years old. And the boss intimidated me so much and made me feel incompetent. And my daughter kept getting eye infections at this daycare that I was paying so much money for, and I had to keep going to get her because they don't allow them there with the eye infection. And I just remember having to go to her and say, I have to leave again. My daughter's sick. And her getting kind of frustrated with me and, okay, I guess you have to do what you have to do. Just making you feel really dumb. And that's really, really hard to go through. And I wake up and I walk down my stairs in my jammies, grab my coffee, and I like to pray over my team. And I like to do my spirituality and some meditation, maybe a little bit of self-development, and then I start my day at my computer, not looking like this at all. So that is a freedom I do not want to give up. And that is my big why that keeps me going. And that's what you want to pull through and you want to pull that why back out of your team when they start getting discouraged, especially the ones that really are runners, but they're just kind of getting a little sidetracked. You pull them back in with their why. Maybe it's their you want to find out what their why is when they first start, because they need to see that through. We're going to have challenges. We're going to have a lot of things we go through, and you want to bring them back to that. Say, remember when you said you really wanted this because you wanted this change, because you didn't want this? Well, you have to get through these challenges to get there. And challenges are my favorite thing now. When I see a challenge coming, I now know the red flag for that. So I start, at first it's like, oh, man, this is getting tough right now. And then I say, oh, here's another challenge, because every challenge I've been through has helped me become stronger, a stronger leader for my team, a stronger person with a stronger grit, a no-quit grit. I'm not employable. Therefore, I want to take this to the top. So I hope that helps you, and I will see you soon.